Yeah, the penalty doesn't address the total economic impact, because when I buy gravel, over half of it sometimes straight, so if you're hauling sand around rather than gravel, and if it's over half of your expense is grading and hauling, it's, you know, the penalty doesn't address that. Follow me?
Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, that's why, you know, I'm not sure it's a good system when, you know, they do random checks. As soon as we're not around, we've done our 2 tests for the week we're gone, you know, they just open up the sieve and vice versa. And now we're hauling sand around the county rather than, I mean, that's over.
Well, what I was trying to say too about this whole testing deal is that a person up there from the Iowa, I'm not sure what the agency is, but it's one that oversees your pit. Sort of like MSHA, the mining people. Well, apparently, we went up there, Mike went up there one time to grab a sample, and he just drove in, parked, went, grabbed the sample. You got to have a hard hat and a vest on. But the guy from MSHA came and talked to him and said, you can't do that according to mine regulations. Now you got to wait till the pit operator escorts you there to get the sample. Well, what good is taking the sample then when you're, you know, yeah, I mean, we got to change something. I'm not sure exactly what needs to be changed.
That's why I'd like to have it. After it's hauled out of the pit, check it. They won't know when you're doing it or how often you're doing it.
Or after the pile's complete, you take a payloader, jab in 6 feet on one side, 6 feet, and you're not going to be too far off. Just the larger the pile, the more the averaging is going to be happening.
Yeah.
Follow me? I think, Jack, that might be something we can look at is after the pile's done. You have some stages the rock all rolls to the edge, and then you jab into the pile, you should get it pretty good.
Well, and that's, you know, we'd encourage you guys to do the random. That's the most effective. If they don't know what time you're arriving every day, and it's a scheduled time, that should help your average. And I guess I've got some concern that if it's still more economically advantageous not to be in spec, why would they be in spec? So your arrangement has to reflect that in the.
And I'm not that familiar with, you know, I know what I'd have to look what the spec says as far as how many cents per each screen that they're out, and it varies whether they're out, you know, 2 or 3%, or whether they're out, you know, 8 to 10. The number penalty goes up the more out they are. Plus, they, you know, if they go out on one screen, they're more liable to go out on another screen too.
I guess I think we want to see the contract. We've not been involved in the contract. I'd like to look at the contract and evaluate the contract. We're the ones that are receiving the complaints about quality, and we're not. I guess in the 8 years that I've been here, we've never seen the contract.
I can give you copies of the contract. But I'll try to do some checking with other counties to see, you know, whether they come up with any other testing methods that they feel are, you know, equitable both sides, and get the product they want.
Or get the product you're paying for. That's the.
I think he'd still have to. The contractor, I would think, would still want to do some testing on his own, because if he's, you know, if he's putting up a pile that's, you know, going to give him a 50-cent deduct on the contract, or 75 cents, whatever it would be, and he thinks he's putting up stuff that's going to meet the contract, And, you know, you don't wanna wait till you've got 100,000 ton on the ground and find out, oh, it's, you know, I'm out $75,000. You're our, you know, tester company. But once it's on the ground, I mean, he has no way to adjust and correct the problem, so. But yeah, before we do any more gravel contracts, I'll visit with Mike and tell him we need to see if we can change the procedure or something that will get us what we're paying for, yeah.
Any other discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Couple.
Second.
We're adjourned.